Hello, welcome to another reaction video. I am Eugen, a stupid VTuber boy who streams video games on Twitch. What a fucking surprise. Today we're going to be reacting to a video that flew under my radar, even as an Incognito mode fan. Exploration by, again, Incognito mode. So, without any further ado, let's just go right into it, because I don't want to waste any time.
Brought to you by NordVPN.
Classic.
Exploration.
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 Exploration!
What is exploration?
I don't know!
Ah, no one's climbed this one before. Whee! Witness this moment, local. Make a note, boy.
Aww.
Yeah, I used to plow once, but I've given it up. Now I'm more of an explorer.
No ploring.
Maybe I should
What would constitute
my
ploring?
sexuality.
Huh?
What the hell is that?
What?
Under the ocean? I'm afraid there's not
there we
much
go.
to see. A gun!
A gun. Something happened there. You just got Titanic.
First
And
things
the other
first,
one,
a
not
little
the
bit
one.
of admin.
Who do we got here today?
Happy Pride Month.
Wow.
Happy Pride Month, thank you.
Happy
I
late
just
Pride
wanted
month.
to let you know, in honor of you, my friend, I'm going to avoid using any homophobic slurs for the rest of the month.
Well, maybe just for the next 10 minutes.
Look, I'm still going to say them, but I just won't say them with as much vitriol. How about
How
that?
about I'll
Okay.
pull a Tazonde and pull away from the mic to say them.
That's an old.
You
That's a
imagine
throwback.
that? Like, we're just having a chat, and then you just hear, like, a quiet slur. just in the mic.
Just off in the distance. You're right. What, did you
That's
say something?
bad.
No. Nope.
No, I didn't say nothing.
And of course you've got your Discord set up so that like it's so sensitive
Oh,
that
the
it picks up even
sensitivity.
the smallest sounds.
The best.
Fuck.
That's a really funny idea.
All right, what did you actually want to talk about?
Hawaii. Oh, tourist trip. I mean, it's
We're flying to
it's
Hawaii
nice.
in a couple of months. When you look at that on the map, oh boy, are those dudes be out there. I feel like in general that would be quite a relaxing living for the last several thousand years. Just chilling, eating fish and fucking coconuts and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was.
And then the Americans came along.
brutish as well. Like,
Was it?
Captain Cook? He died in Hawaii. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, he got run over by a Toyota Corolla, I think.
In Hawaii.
Yeah, that's right.
In
And he got
the
killed by the locals. And one of the reasons
Okay.
for that was they became very scared of the Europeans because this was their second voyage over. And the first time, someone went on the ship sick.
And
They
coughed.
go, guys, does
once.
anyone have a cold? Does anyone have a flu? It's serious. You can't come. You can't come if you're
Guys.
sick. No, no, I swear, it's just my allergies.
Just the allergies, you know,
the sea
classic.
air. All right.
Okay.
And then they brought him along, and then he sneezed on one of the locals, and then 90% of the population
Yeah.
died.
Just ran up and sneezed on him.
Tale as
and then he
old
went
as
back to
time.
England or whatever. And in the meanwhile, the Hawaiians are going, what the heck? They put a curse on us. And then Captain Cook shows up again. And he's
What
going,
is
I'm
this
loving
graphic?
This was
Like, why
brilliant
is it
last
so
night. They had
ass?
coconut bras. They had
What is that
coconut
model?
cocktails.
Coconut music.
Yeah. They didn't have horses, but they would clap the coconut halves together. Grass skirt, loving it. Especially when there was a strong breeze.
Hawaiian shirts.
Moana on TV.
Moana on DVD.
And anyway, they were loving it, and then all of a sudden they see the natives and they're running up, and this time they got spears, and they're going, what's going on?
What's going on?
And
The
then,
what the hell, man? Pretty sure I heard something
Oh, it
different.
was cool.
That doesn't seem
No.
right.
well, you calling me a liar?
Hey, I don't know. I heard something different.
Yeah, hold on, let me Google. I'll Google it.
Happened to Captain
Look, I found
Cook
these
in Hawaii.
ladies. They will be the arbiters of the whole
What?
thing.
Okay.
Was, horrible because he brought disease. He's not terribly important. The best thing about him is that we killed him.
Oh, man.
Oh, no,
Okay.
Cook. That's sick.
Okay.
It's not very nice.
I'm glad we ate him.
Okay.
Went, took his diseases to the Maoris or the Tahitians, whatever. We can stay. We Hawaiians took care of this problem.
By killing him.
They didn't know about
we
germ
killed
theory.
Cook.
They didn't know.
Okay. She says it with such.
All right, this lady didn't give us any
Confidence.
substantial information. So we consulted Wikipedia as to what actually happened.
Classic.
Okay, so here's what happened. So Cook, right? He returns, and it's not just him. There's
Okay, I thought I was fucking going crazy for a second, but yeah, no, I am on max. It's just really weird around his fucking.
okay, so here's
his
what
head.
happened. So Cook, right? He returns, and it's not just him. There's other people with him. They return to Hawaii,
Yep.
Okay.
and they
Story
need to
time.
do repairs because their ship, the mast is broken.
Ooh,
While they're doing
not
that,
good.
there's a series of thefts from Cook's camp. It says here that they stole iron tongs
Okay.
and baskets.
And baskets.
So it's like, it's the valuable stuff, you know.
Yeah.
You gotta keep that in the vault.
The real high
Not
value
any of
items.
the
So they
gold
put up
or
with
whatever
the
the
thieving
fuck.
and the pinching for a while, but then, so they've got these boats, right? So they park them in the ocean. You don't want to get too close to the beach. You don't want to get stuck on the shore.
Oh,
So you then
sure.
take these little boats all the way to the shore, and they're called cutters. At one point, they discovered, hey, someone's stolen one of our little boats.
Uh-oh.
So the next day, Cook and about 10
British
of his dudes, they
Grenadiers.
march ashore, right?
Love
And
this
they
song.
go up to the Hawaiian king, and his name is like Turiabu. And they go,
Riobu?
you're coming with us,
Okay.
fella. We're going to take you as a hostage, and then we're going to force the natives to return the boat, please. Also, I want those tongs back. And that
Please give me the
basket.
tongs.
And also, how did you possibly get past our security to steal the tongs and basket?
But in the chaos, when they're trying to take the king, a Hawaiian chief shows up,
Okay.
and his
Okay.
name is like Kalimu,
Okay.
and he's shot and killed.
Jesus.
Real bad timing
No.
on his part.
Things have escared from tongs and boats
No
to
warning.
murder.
I like to imagine he just pops into the
Blast
hut
him.
like, oh, hey guys, what's happening here? Bang! just real wrong place, wrong time.
I got those 10 Hawaiian
Happens all the
pieces. you want?
time.
Pizza time.
Oh,
So the natives, they get angry.
understandably.
Cook and his crew they take off running. They're going back for the longboats.
Yep.
They're like, we got to get out of there. We got to get off this island. We've made a big mistake.
Big mistake.
Huge. And then while they're pushing their boats into the water, Cook and the crew are attacked by the natives.
No.
Uh-oh.
Not-
now,
no,
they're
Cook.
fighting, and it's like, it's all in slow motion. And Cook
Sure.
turns around, he shoots and he kills a native warrior. At that point, he is then
Lamau,
struck with
never
a
mind, he
wooden club,
missed.
and then
He missed?
kills a native.
Cook shot point blank at one man who miraculously was unhurt. He didn't miss. He was, well, no, he missed. Unhurt, I suppose.
warrior. At that point, he is then struck with a wooden club, and
Ow.
then someone stabs him with an iron dagger.
Ow.
Real like level 1 goblin items to be killed by.
Iron
He took a
dagger.
collective 12
Those are the
damage from
tongs in
that.
his bag. The
Cook
tongs in the
then fell
basket
down,
in this
and
fucking
he, along
inventory.
with 4 other soldiers, were never seen again by the men who
Oh,
escaped
no.
back to the Resolution, which is the big ship. And then they like weirdly preserved his body and did a whole bunch of things. We can't show the images; it's very gruesome. I
Ooh.
think they kind of liked him by the end. Yeah, at least once he was dead.
It's hard to be angry at a body, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
interesting.
suppose.
That is, yeah, okay, that's very different to
That
what
is
I was
cool.
led to believe. I would like to know how this other chief was shot and killed. Well, I suppose the instigating event was the theft, but that definitely
tongs.
escalated it a little bit. Like, how does...
Yeah,
how do you-
stealing
how do you go
Yeah,
from-
the
tools,
chief might have
homicide.
attacked him or something.
Okay, yeah, if it was a self-defense, then that would make a bit more sense.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to the editor who has to proofread all the nonsense that I've, like, all the nonsense and
Yeah.
half-truths.
Yeah, things that we've like.
Editor's
overheard in
note?
a
Can we get an
fever
editor's
dream.
note?
Yeah, like, vague, heard half of at a pub
When
because they...
we're in the club, or we're in the like, you know, somewhere cool.
Somewhere
Yeah.
cool.
Me just with an ear to a glass at the toilet stall and at the kebab shop, and I'm just like, yeah, that's a good fact.
Yeah.
I'm learning
That's a
that.
good
Yeah,
fact.
What else happened?
Right in the brain, right in the memory hole for later. They're going to love this one.
Good trivia.
Ad time.
Ad time. We're gonna watch the ad.
Nordman, I sentence you to 2 years in the prison, Slammer.
No.
But I'm innocent. And just so you learn a lesson, here's 4
4 extra
additional
months. Yeah.
Welcome to my life. In Schnordshank.
Schnordshank? What is that last?
It's hell in here. They track your every move.
Prisoners, it's time for cookies. I hope you'll accept them.
No.
There's no privacy in this jail at all. It's like a goddamn prison.
We have trackers all over
Yeah.
this prison, and we're going to use that to collect data and sell it to marketers. But someone here has been using a VPN, and I have a suspicion of who it is.
I'll never rat out my crew, Warden.
Have it your way then.
Just let me out, Warden. You don't have to
Let
make
me
this
out.
such a huge deal.
Oh my god.
Wait a minute. something in my prison wallet.
Your
Kid,
prison
if you
wallet?
ever find yourself in the hole, use this. Saley eSIM.
The Saley eSIM gives you 20 gigabytes of mobile
Really?
data, which you can use anywhere in the world. And then you pair it with the NordVPN app, and then you're totally anonymous as well, and you can pretty much go anywhere.
Wow.
A gift when you sign up to NordVPN.
Hello, Nord 24-hour support hotline. I'm in solitary, and I'm feeling very alone right now.
Like, what do I say to this?
Where did he go?
Oh, he just escaped.
Impossible!
This is
Come
a
with
long
me.
ad, but I love
I
it.
can't. I belong here.
No.
But where are you gonna go, kid?
With Nord's thousands of servers around the globe,
my God.
anywhere but here.
Anywhere but here.
Call for the flight. All passengers, please line
Just
up by the
waltzed
gate.
right out.
Not leaving so soon, are you?
Oh.
I changed my mind about jail. Saley man? I sentence you to a life sentence with me. Naughty Dufresne was never seen again by authorities. But he went on to commit many, many more crimes.
Hell yeah.
So get NordVPN today with nordvpn.com
VPN.
/incognito. Get a huge deal on a 2-year plan plus 4 extra months.
Yeah.
And when you sign up using my link, you get a free
Use the
eSIM
link.
with Saley.
Use
Hey,
the
that's
link,
pretty
get the eSIM. The ocean. Oh god. I hate the ocean.
Would you live at the bottom of the ocean?
No.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Not even. I don't even want to think about it. No. Look, I played Bioshock 1
Dude, the fucking
and 2.
the
That
Wi-Fi
seems
connection's
like
gotta
an
be
awful
ass
idea.
down there.
It'd be
All
fun
the
to
water.
visit, maybe.
I'd quite
You
like
get like
to
a
live under the
long
ocean.
wire.
Really?
That
maybe.
seems really neat, you know, live in a big glass semicircle.
You have like a chute, like a window that
You
just
have,
opens
like,
up and just fish pour in,
fucking
you close it, and that's
fish
your dinner.
eating your
I just like to
wire,
imagine
so.
like some 1950s housewife just opening up the windows to get some air in and just a bunch of fish flopping. The apple pie on the windowsill just gets obliterated.
Now, I want to show you this because I
No.
saw this the other day and I thought it was very neat. Okay, so this is
Natural
a very
World
cool channel.
Facts.
It's called Natural World Facts, right?
Cool.
And this particular video is on brine pools.
All right.
And so what happens is, at the bottom of the ocean, there are different levels of salinity.
it
and
looks
sometimes you end up with
so
these pockets
disgusting.
of exceedingly salty water. And they're usually filled with like sulfur and lots of other bad stuff too.
Yeah, right.
So it's like, this guy's, you know, here's this crab, and he's loving it, and look at all
Yeah.
these muscles.
Oh,
Brilliant.
you'd be
Cute
stoked.
crab.
Absolutely.
And a lot of
then
muscles,
there's
yeah.
a pool over here, and somehow it's breached its wall, and then it's just slid downhill,
No.
and it spills out like a river running through the bottom of the ocean, across the sea floor. And it just finds like its lowest point, right? Because it's heavier than the rest of the water.
Yeah,
Right.
right. Yeah, yeah.
And there's all these like oysters that are like, it's great being down here, lower than the brine pool. I'm loving this.
Look at those idiots up there stuck in the brine pool, unlike us. Downhill chads.
Surely nothing will
Food's
go wrong.
falling down here all the time. We're getting big and fat, and we love it.
The downhill chad versus the brine pool virgin.
And then it's like, hey, what's that? What's that smell? Is it getting darker? 5 seconds later, he's like, I can't get out of the way.
then they're all dead.
I can't get out of the way.
They are
and
all
they just
dead.
get devastated.
Yeah.
So it really is like the Goo Lagoon and SpongeBob. Like
Yeah,
how
the
they-
Goo Lagoon
they
is-
have water.
it's real.
It's the sequel to
Yes.
water. There's water
The
inside water.
sequel to water. That's
It's
one way
crazy
to put
that
it.
it is just so much darker. Like
Yeah, look
in
at
a
they're just
fantasy
dead.
game, that would be the void or
Ugh.
the dark evil that seeps across the land.
Look at these stupid fish. Like, they can
dead?
see
Oh,
it's
God.
just death incarnate. And
And
then,
they still go
What's
in.
down here?
oh, I'm dying.
Oh,
I'm dying. I'm dead.
what a surprise.
Yeah, fish are stupid. I think if they had eyebrows, we'd feel bad for them.
Right.
But they
I
don't. So
think
like,
if they had
if this was someone,
eyebrows,
like,
we'd feel
throw
bad.
a puppy off a cliff.
No!
you'd feel horrible.
Right.
But like
What?
discusing a fish off a cliff, that would honestly be one of the funniest things I've ever seen. They're so alien looking, and they can't emote that you
That's
don't really
fair.
feel bad for them. I
Yeah.
feel like being a fish is literally the worst animal you could roll.
Yeah.
Because like, at least if
You
you're
could-
a land
oh, yeah, you roll
mammal,
being a fish.
You can at least see the world around you.
Right.
Fish is like, you can see at most 2 to 5 meters in front of you.
Yeah.
You
You
can
got your
go
eyes
places
at
no
the
one else has
side
ever
of your
been,
head.
so...
At any point, you can just get 5 Nights at Freddy's jump scared by like a bigger fish, of
Fair.
which there is like like infinite amounts of.
That is
Wait,
true.
oh, wow, look, a tasty morsel. That thing looks delicious. So I go and I take a little bite. Oh my god, something's pulling on my face. Something's pulling on my fucking face. And then you know
Screaming
what?
as you
might
come
pull a
up.
cool trick, and somehow you might get loose of the line, and you go, whoa, that wasn't a
And you
tasty
got a hook
morsel
in
at
your
all.
face.
I got tricked. Oh, there's something in my mouth.
Forever.
And you've just got the hook now
Yeah,
there
yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
It's like, there's something between my teeth. Steve, could you get this?
Could you imagine just having
That's
even just the idea of
awful.
like something between your teeth?
I
and you
kinda
can't do
feel a
anything
little
about it?
bad
Imagine-
now,
Yeah,
but
then just having like
it's just good, so-
a piece of shrapnel in your face that's just stuck there. And not only do you not have the capability of removing it, nobody
No one else
does.
does either.
And no one feels any sympathy either. At best, you get a, oh, you got a new piercing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep.
Jeff's gone metal, huh?
Well, I think it's because no matter what, the fish's life ends in a brutal and violent way.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is no fish retirement.
The
No.
fish grows old and grey and slumps off from the herd.
Fish
to-
don't die
to
of old
die a
age
peaceful
very
life
often,
amongst the
I
trees
think.
and-
Hold my fin.
I see the light. No, it's getting eaten, torn apart. Your cheeks getting
Yeah.
pulled by a rod.
And then
you're
you're
getting dissolved by stomach
pan
acid
fried
alongside
butter
500
sauce.
other fish in the whale's guts. You're drowning in saltier water. There's no good out
No.
for a fish. 'Cause, the idea of being a fish is like you're in like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 24/7.
Every
Like
direction they turn around, you hear the revving of the chainsaw.
you're literally running 24/7, except you've also got 2 extra axes to deal with because a fish could come from above or below.
Yeah,
too.
you know,
I
it's-
didn't even think of that.
You can't
Fish-
like hide
being a
behind a,
fish
bush. I
sucks.
guess you could hide in some rocks on the seabed, and also visibility, right? Like unless you're in crystal clear waters.
And there's no way that they're not weirded out by the deep sea fish either. Like they must be
No,
looking
yeah.
at something as guys.
Look at the blobfish. Well, the blobfish looks
But you
like that
reckon they're,
because he
it's
was
like-
taking up.
They can't bring it up.
Yeah.
Kind of offensive. Like
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, they're just like the little fish. kids that
Blobfish
they
do
know
not
don't
look
be
like this all the
insensitive.
time.
it's like when a child sees like a disabled person, and
What?
starts pointing at them
Okay.
or whatever, and just like no, that's just how they are.
That is not
It's
where I
okay.
thought that was going. Mount Everest. Moving on from ocean moment.
Would you ever want to climb a mountain?
I wouldn't climb a mountain. I'd walk up one.
Maybe.
I would never do Everest. There's like
No.
a pretty high percentage chance you
Never
don't get
Everest.
out of that.
I just don't see the
Especially
appeal.
inexperienced.
You got to take like 3 weeks off work.
Yeah, there's a good chance you'll just die in one of the worst ways, like either getting crushed or rolling down a hill or falling down a crevasse and breaking your leg and just starving to death. Like
Freezing to death
There's
as
innumerable
well,
ways
yeah.
you could die. I'm sure the view is spectacular.
I don't think it is.
No.
I think you can barely see anything.
That's what I'm saying. But even what you do see is like when it's something like this, like the image you have there, it's like, oh, you just see more snowy rocks.
snow rock,
It's not
yeah.
like you climb to the
Yeah.
top of a nice hill in Yellowstone Valley.
There's
or
no nice restaurant up there.
No,
No.
exactly. You're not uncovering like a hidden lagoon
No
or valley
village or
something.
whatever the
Especially
hell,
like
nah.
Mount Everest as well. You're doing it with like 600,000 other people. So it's like I've heard during peak time of the year, it's literally like a conga line to the top of
Yeah.
the mountain. So
You
it's
gotta
not
deal
even
with
like
all the
you're
corpses
like a
on the side of
bold explorer
the
going
side
where
of the
no
road
one's
too,
gone
because they don't
before.
retrieve
Didn't someone
those.
do it in like shorts? It was one of those like guys who
What?
says they can like control their body temperature.
Nah.
I'm not kidding. I think a guy did do that. Is it? Yeah, it's Wim Hof. I thought it was him.
The
guy-
Iceman.
The Iceman.
The
says
Goop
he's able to,
Iceman.
like, regulate his body
I mean,
temperature and shit.
there must be something to it if he can.
Yeah.
If he didn't die.
You'd be
I
pissed
guess.
off, wouldn't you? Like you've spent several $1,000s at Kathmandu, kidding yourself out, and you just see some guy.
Yeah, it feels like you're way topping everybody.
It's already impressive to climb to the top, and now he's like doing it even better than you.
He's got his
It's like, come on, man,
nothing
at least let
on.
me have this. Wasn't Dark Souls? You can pick your class and you
No,
can be like.
fuck!
is
It always
deprived or
comes back to
something? You just-
Miyazaki. God damn it!
yeah, I know the one you mean.
He's just combat rolling to the top of the top of the mountain.
Bookshop. What is exploring here? What does this have to do with exploration?
Okay, let me tell you what I explored.
Oh god.
Okay,
I explored the bookshop on the weekend.
Wow.
that's like a mental exploration.
I used to have a lot of books, like a lot of books.
You
Okay.
seem well read.
I'm not
Sure.
particularly read.
Huh?
well read. But what happened was
Not of higher
I
breed.
used to buy books for $1.
Sure.
Very
Okay.
quickly, I accumulated a lot of books. And anyway, I moved to one place and then a flood happened. And then I moved to another place. They got kind of left to the elements and so much dust got in there. So
Man,
I
that
went
sucks.
full 1930s mode and I had a fire in the
What?
backyard.
You did a book burning.
of my
That
own
sucks.
stuff. And I thought, I'm just going to
it's
start
your own
the
stuff,
collection
so.
again. And so this weekend, I went to the bookstore and I got some better books.
I guess you can
Some
start
books.
a new-
$2.
I got some books with pictures in them.
So comics or like children's books.
So they've got a whole aisle now
For
dedicated
manga?
to manga.
I think
Yeah.
it's pronounced mango.
No,
And I thought,
it's
you know
manga.
what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to see what
No.
all the fuss is about. And so they had these books on like Junji Ito. And I thought, well, yeah, it's quite spooky. I like spooky stories.
Oh yeah, he's good. Yep.
So I got a couple of those. I wandering around.
Yeah, he's got the
and
fucking yaoi in there.
I get to the like mystical aisle and I thought, oh, this would be funny. I'll buy her story and like a book on witchcraft. And then when people come around and visit, I'll
Yep.
like leave it on the coffee table and I'll tell people that her historian's really into this stuff now.
All dog-eared with like a bookmark in it.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. So I'm in that sort of aisle and there's a whole bunch of tarot cards there.
Oh.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Okay.
Let's look at those. I pick it up and the box feels very light. I went, oh, that's
There's
weird.
nothing in
and
there.
It says on a sticker, please see at the counter. They
Okay.
can't trust tarot cards in the store regular.
What?
Interesting.
Why?
So I went to the front counter and I bought my couple of books and I said to the lady, why are all the tarot cards behind the counter? And she goes, there's so much shoplifting
For
of
tarot cards. Why?
It's like the most stolen thing in the whole store.
Why?
Oh wow. I would not have picked that.
No, I wouldn't have either. I thought that was so interesting.
That's
and I
so
said,
weird.
so what's number 2? And then she points down at my book. She goes, we've got a copy of Berserk up the back, and we don't even keep it at the front counter.
Yeah.
We keep it in the storage out the back.
The
That does
Berserk
not
locker.
surprise me because I've tried to buy the first edition of Berserk, so I'm like, I want to read this, but
That's fair.
it's never anywhere.
It's never there.
And I just
Yeah.
assumed,
Okay.
it's so
That must be
popular
why.
that it's sold out. But that makes way more sense than
just
people
gotta ask
just
for it, yeah.
Shanghaiing it.
Hey, yeah. She also said, like, well, the reason that the tarot cards are stolen so often is because they're so easy to resell.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Sure. Would stealing them not imbue them with some dark energy, or does that like activate their powers? Now,
You
ironically,
don't know
if
they're
the store
stolen or
actually
not, so.
used the tarot cards, they would know that they're about to get stolen from.
Yeah, it's like how no one steals a Ouija board because you always see it coming.
It's funny how recent Ouija boards are.
Yeah, I've heard it's Parker Brothers thing.
Yeah, it was just some goofy
Really?
board game from like the 60s. It'd
That is crazy.
Glow in the dark Ouija.
be like if Mousetrap turned out to be haunted or something.
Oh yeah, no, I like that. It's like, whatever you do,
You know, that's
do not
more.
go seeking.
I find that to be more likely than
I do
a
know
Ouija
what-
board.
It's
Ouija
what I
board.
read. Do you remember the Mousetrap ad?
It's
Does
a
it
crazy
only thing I-
contraption.
No,
Wait,
God,
no,
this
the
is in
the
my
crazy
head.
action.
Stop,
Something,
stop.
something, action,
No.
the crazy contraption, the
the
fun
fun
is
catching its Mousetrap.
I'm not gonna be able to
What
stop
they should
hearing
have
it.
for the tarot cards, they're plated in such a way that you just want to steal them. Even
I
if you have
guess.
no interest in stealing tarot cards, you're like, oh,
I
I
want
can
'em.
fully take that so easily.
Yeah.
But you do, and then all of a sudden you start hearing like clinks and dinks of small ball bearings rolling around. A giant
Hey,
plastic
Rube
cage
Goldberg.
lands on top of you. I don't know how
That's a
that
little
works
bit
with
the wrong
ocean,
way.
but I reckon we could get
No, it does
get
not
pushed
work
through.
with OSHA. Old video games, okay. We got a Half-Life.
Old video games, especially old
Original
online
Half-Life?
games, are very creepy
God,
in a
this
very
is-
liminal
that's
space
creepy.
kind of way.
That's true.
You know, the graphics are all like
This is
very
just Half-Life
outdated
2.
and you'll be playing games where there'll be the implication
not even
of a
that
wider
old.
world, but there's you just know, and the reality is there's nothing there.
What
Like
the
if I
hell?
could just jump over this wall, I'm in a void.
Oh yeah,
Move my mouse out of the
like
way.
you're
There we
playing
go.
Pokemon or something, and you
There's
actually
a
manage
truck.
to leave the truck, and there's
Yeah.
a door.
And you step into the door.
Yeah, and you go inside, right? And it's
You
like
find all the
a
dead
liminal
Pokemon.
space, which is very scary.
And then the
Yeah.
skull
and
at
it's
the
like
bottom.
a cave. You're expecting to encounter Doug Trio and Zubats,
Ooh.
but
Yep.
instead it's nothing. As I walked through the cave, it
It's
got darker
buried
and
alive
darker,
or
and I
missing
started
now.
to notice some
Are
strange
you reading
things.
a creepypasta?
There
Is that what's going on right now?
skeletons. What's the bit? It's called like Pokemon Death Black Or
No, it
like,
has to be called
Creepy black, I
Pokemon
think.
Blood Red or something.
I think it's creepy black. I don't
what's a
remember.
scary color. Pokemon Gray, actually, that's kind of cool. That's a liminal
think
color.
is
Gray
there,
is
is
an
there like
actual
an adjective we can throw on
one.
it? Like,
No.
No.
what about like morbid gray?
I
Morbid
feel
gray.
Pokemon Gray. I feel
green.
What? Hold on.
like Pokemon Kill Your Parents Orange.
No.
Where does this go?
I got I got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
The weird thing was, the man at the EB Games insisted that this was the best version.
This is the best version.
It's weird though. Never seen that man working there before.
When he spoke backwards and in tongues. But I thought he had just had an aneurysm. I just
Okay.
shrugged.
I just shrugged at a man having an aneurysm. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
it's perfect.
I walk up to one of the corpses and push A, expecting a dialogue box to open up, and one did. But it was blank, as though the programmers had forgotten to type anything in.
Uh-oh.
And that was when it happened. The
Poor
Pokemon battle
programming.
music started playing,
But backwards.
and all distorted.
Eventually, I came to a crossroads. I could either go left or right. So I
Okay.
turned right. And
Okay.
as I got to the end of that path, there was another intersection. So I turned right.
Right.
Eventually, I got tired. I went on
I
to
went
the
to bed.
darknet. And I started asking, what's going on?
This
and
is
then
so
someone finally
fake.
replied,
Never go left.
Never go left.
So I
Luckily
went
to them,
left.
I had only ever gone right. And the username was just
H3LPM3.
I logged back onto my Game Boy. I
I love
turned
this
left.
cliche
That's
bullshit.
when it
No.
I blacked out. In the game and in real life.
No.
I woke up the next day and I went outside. I was suddenly in the cave.
God, I
in
fucking
real
hate that trope.
life. I yelled
love-
out into the cave.
I love shitty creepypasta, but when it jumps to the real life shit, nah. I can deal with hyper-realistic blood. I can deal with the hyper-realistic gore and the shitty grammar. But the second it crosses into the real world, or the person is transported into the Pokemon world or whatever the fuck, it is boring. That shit is so fucking stupid. Rant over.
Cave. Hello? Is anybody there?
But all I heard back was echoes.
Wow.
As time went on, though, the echoes started to become more distorted.
It was surreal. It was more than surreal. It was liminal.
My dad's gonna kill me.
My dad's gonna kill me.
Everyone's got their priorities
The
wrong. yeah.
end.
I came across several piles of bones.
I bent down over one of the skeletons and I saw in its pocket a journal.
Okay.
I opened the journal and I read the first page. It said, I'm so happy. Today I just bought my copy of Pokemon Gray.
All
Wow.
this is written down in a journal.
I flipped through the pages and then I found it. They said they found the truck too. They went into the cave as well. And now they're saying that they're lost in the cave.
This
Classic.
person's style of writing was familiar.
Oh no.
My suspicions were confirmed when I got to the final page. All that it was hundreds and hundreds
Don't
of
turn
scratchings
left.
that said, don't go left.
Then I saw it. They signed their name at the bottom
Signed
of their
help
last
me.
journal entry. H3
No.
LPM3.
No.
That's when I realized it was saying Hithropomur. I walked around in the game a little bit more until I saw the first human figure I'd seen in this cave in the game.
I don't like the
I
arms.
started to get closer to
What the hell is that arm,
But he wasn't
bruh?
usual. He was 18 feet tall.
Huh?
And his limbs were all very lanky, not like in the cartoons. Instead of, I want to be the best, he said, I want to kill everybody.
Wow.
And as his face got closer, it was like my vision was overcome with TV static.
And I blacked out.
Jump scare warning.
When
Don't
I
warn
woke
me.
up, I was in a strange new place. It
More
was still
cave.
the cave, but in the distance, I could see lights like those of a hospital room.
Oh,
There
right.
was a hospital bed in the
Yeah,
cave.
take your meds. That's the
As
sign.
Ash
Take your
Ketchum
meds.
was in the hospital bed. I went over there to see what was going on. And as I got up right next to Ash, I realized he's been in a coma the whole time.
Oh
Wait a minute.
my
I've seen a theory
god.
about this.
That's when I looked back again and I realized
What was it?
Ash had my face. What if his mouth just opened and it played like the
No,
garbled,
the static.
creepy Pokemon cries?
Because we've done that 8 times. That's why we can't do that.
But what if we
What
did
is
it a
that?
ninth
It
time?
can't be more static. He
Hasn't
can't
stopped
open his
him
mouth,
before.
The more static comes out like pristine garbage.
He can!
I blinked, and now I was in the bed, looking up. But I was no longer in the cave.
I was in the hospital.
Yeah!
I had just woken up, and my parents were around me. They said that I fainted.
I was looking around for my Game Boy Color, but I
Where's
couldn't
my
see it
Game
anywhere.
Boy?
I asked my dad, and he said, it's at home, but we haven't even bought you a single game to play in it yet.
Uh-oh.
You've been playing an empty Game Boy the whole time.
Oh my god.
This experience shook me to my core,
Oh
but
my
my dad and mum
God.
both reassured me that everything will be all right. Anyway,
Everything is
this
not
might be
all right.
my last journal entry for a few weeks. Me and my parents are going to go on holiday tomorrow
Uh-oh.
to visit New York City. Thanks, everyone. Dated
No!
September 10th,
No!
2001.
No!
Jesus Christ, that's so stupid. A few weeks later, I was
my
at a cafe
God.
out with my girl.
Oh, he
and all of a
survived.
sudden,
Never mind.
I looked across the table, and what I saw, it shocked me to my core. The guy from EB Games is just like there, like
He's,
Michael
you
Caine
know.
giving like a knowing nod at the end of Batman.
He's eating his food, bro.
Yeah. Like a pedestrian walks past and he's gone.
Oh,
That's it. Yeah.
The end.
Or it's got to be like a suspenseful thing, like
Just
think
let
of
it
what the
end.
ramifications for the whole world will be. So, over the years, I've tried to put that all
God.
behind me, keep it out of my memory.
all right.
Maybe it really was all just a dream. Except
It all
that
was a dream.
One day, I was browsing the Pirate Bay.
No.
Someone had uploaded the ROM.
No.
Void Black.
He forgot the
There
name.
it
Yeah,
was.
that's about right.
And it had been downloaded 30 million times.
30 million
I
people.
clicked on it and the description
Playing a
was just
ROM
an
hack.
assy art picture of Ash Ketchum's face in the bed. Exactly how I remember it.
I ran downstairs. I knew my dad liked to use the Pirate Bay. I went into
No.
his study. I burst through the door. Don't play that
Don't
ROM.
play it.
But when I opened the door to his
Oh my
office,
gosh.
there was just a chair,
Empty
an
chair.
empty pile of clothes, and the ROM was open.
And his
He had
computer isn't
gone
plugged into
to
anything.
a liminal space, and I would never see him again.
All I heard was that familiar beat.
Boop, 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 boop. Okay. That was awful.
Thanks again to NordVPN.
But in, like, a really
Don't forget
good
to get a
way.
huge deal on our 2-year plan.
Do the NordVPN, do the thing, you know. Well, that was Exploration by Incognito mode. Very good, of course. It was peak, as per usual. Everything Incognito mode makes is fantastic, especially these ones that are more freeform. That last bit, though, was not exploration at all. That was just a fucking impromptu Pokemon creepypasta that they made up, which I'm not complaining. It was funny as hell. But that is going to be it. Thank you for checking this out. I'm still getting my footing when it comes to reactions and shit like that, and actually being able to provide some sort of commentary that isn't just garbage. But you know, it'll take time. But I think I got it. I think I can get there eventually. All right, see you in the next one. Bye.